plus 3i minus 6i squared.
I have 3i and 2i switched around.
That's
so
okay. That's okay. You can do that.
And then
so that's 1 plus I
plus
minus
6.
6 times a negative 1, which is actually plus 6 plus 1 is 7. Did you have 7 plus I?
Yeah.
Ryan, how's that look?
I'm working on it yet, but it looks right. I mean, I know it's right, but because I got 1 plus I plus minus 6i squared,
Yep.
and then that's where I'm at right now.
And then what's I squared?
-1.
There you go. All right, I'm going to keep moving, okay?
All right.
So like I said, I'm recording this, so you can go back and watch it again.
Yep.
All right, let's do a division problem.
Oh, yikes.
Number 68.
So it's -3 fourths plus 3/5 I. Is that correct?
What's that, Grant? You give me the answer?
Is it -3/4 plus 3/5 I?
I don't know yet. No. Nope. Not quite. We have to do some work to it first.
Oh.
So the complex division is kind of strange.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? Kind of strange. We're actually going to do what I call one trick. We're going to multiply the top and bottom by, can you guess?
Oh, 4 plus 5i.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So go ahead and do that.
Right.
You guys work on that. I'm gonna go get my bottle of water.
You're good.
Be right back.
Yep, you're good. I think I got it.
Okay, so on top we're going to distribute -12 minus 15i.
Yeah.
Right.
On the bottom we're going to get 16 minus 25i squared. Remember, that's a -1. So it's going to be 16 plus 1, which is 17.
Whoops. Gotta restart.
Okay, it's going to be 17 on the bottom. You with me on that?
Kinda, yeah.
I am now. I had a few mistakes.
Same.
right? See how I got 16 minus 25I squared?
Yeah.
And I squared's -1, so that's a negative makes it plus, whoa. So that makes it 16 plus 25 on the bottom, right?
Yeah.
I made a mistake. That's 20, 30, that's 41.
Yeah. I had that before. I read first time.
Well, you're smarter than me today.
I am. You're smart.
Mhm.
And then we write the final answer minus 12 over 41 minus 15 over 41I.
Got
That's
it.
it.
Yeah. It is.
Okay. Because I was going into detail and I had like 3, and I'm like, what?
All right, let's go on to the next section. Number 3. Page 182, number 3.
Number.
Okay, solve.
Solve. So what do you? So 9 times out of 10, every time we see a quadratic, what do you think we're going to try and do to it?
Try to make it like 2 factors.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go ahead and do that.
X and X.
X minus 10 times x plus 2.
Ryan, what do you think it's going to be?
Well, it's got to be well, it's saying with the signs are going to be different. I think different
Yep.
because of the minus 20,
Yes.
and then it's saying it'll be negative or negative positive, but the the smaller one will be positive.
What 2 numbers? 4 and 5, 2 and 10. What do you think?
2 and negative 10.
Yeah, 2 and negative 10.
Okay. So the answers are
Negative 2 and positive 10.
yep, -2 and +10. This is the beginning of a highlight of a big part of what this chapter is all about,
Yep.
and the next chapter actually.
Mm-hmm.
Finding these are called zeros of the polynomial because they make it 0. So if you plug them back in, it makes it 0. So these are called zeros. The huge topic of what this chapter is all about.
Interesting.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, number 42. Oh, let's do 41. Now they want you to use the quadratic formula. Which I will give you on the test, by the way.
Okay.
It's 3x squared minus 10x plus 6 equals 0. Okay.
What do I got to do first in this problem?
You got to subtract 10x on both sides.
What do you think, Ryan? Does that make sense? So
Yep.
every time we have a quadratic, you have to set it to 0.
Yep.
Doesn't matter what the technique, factoring, quadratic formula, whatever. And you got to get it in order.
Yeah.
Oh, we lost Derek.
Oh, no.
Oh, maybe he'll come back.
I sure hope so.
Okay, so now I want you to use A, B, and C, right? Plug them into the formula.
Okay. X.
Is it 100 plus or minus 72?
So let's see, negative B, so negative 10. Put that into negative B becomes plus 10, right?
Yeah.
Then B squared minus 10 squared minus 4 times A times C all over 2A. That look good, both of you guys?
Yeah, it is.
Right?
Yeah.
So 10 plus or minus the square root of 100 minus
Negative 72. Negative 4 times 18 is negative 72.
so 72
Yeah.
over 6. Okay. So 10 plus or minus the square root of
28 or 6.
And then you'll have two answers, it looks like. But
yeah. Oh, we got Derek back. That's good enough right there. I'll be happy if you give me that answer.
Okay.
So now I want to remind you guys, when you take the test. Oh, I got a chat from Derek. Sorry, my internet went down. Okay, that's fine, buddy. You're back with us, so that's good. All right, let's go on to the next one. So these are zeros. Okay? So if the
Yep.
direction says find the zeros, you know what to do, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Set it to 0 and solve it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go on to the next section. So I can't do everything. I'm just doing a little bit of highlights. You're going to have to make sure you look at all the homework, all the different sections. Okay?
Yep. Maybe somewhere. Three.
Okay, page 195. Let's try number 11. Okay, let's see. Find the vertex. So I'll give you this on the test. That's how you find the vertex. Remember how I do it?
X equals negative B over 2A.
So go ahead and calculate that. It's part of the. It's like doing part of the quadratic formula without the square root part. It's actually easier.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dang it. I wrote it wrong.
Derek.
So let's see, minus 6 over 2 times 2. Just got that right. 6/4. Is that negative 3/2?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, now let me ask you a question. If I want you to plot the vertex, is that enough information to plot it, to graph it?
I don't think so.
What else do you need?
At least
We need the y value that goes with it.
Yes, you need the y value.
How do I find the y value for any x value? How would I find it?
That's tough to say.
What do you think? This is
Could
the
you
x. This is the x coordinate. How do I find a y coordinate? Just
plug it into
back
x?
into the function. So let's do that. So that would be g of minus 3/2. Or you could say negative 1.5 if you like, right? Would that be all right?
Yeah.
So plug in minus 1.5 into that equation. That'll give you the y value that goes with it. I got 3.5. Anyone else get that?
not yet. But I'll come back to it when.
Yeah. It's all there. Like I said, the notes are there. The video is going to be there. So
Right.
the test is going to be due Wednesday night at 8 p.m.
Okay.
Okay.
I got it. Got the right answer.
So you can text me back or email me back if you have more questions, and keep checking the videos. Okay, so this is the vertex. Vertex, negative 1.5, comma 3.5. All right, that's the first question. That's part A. Part A says find the vertex. Everyone good with that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Part B says find the axis of symmetry. Well, the axis of symmetry is right on the vertex. So if we start graphing this, if we start doing a little graph, plot the vertex. So we're going to go over negative 1.5. 3.5 is about here, right? Right?
Yeah.
Does this parabola open up or down, by the way?
I think it's down.
Okay, I hear one up, one down. What determines up and down? Right here. Is that leading term positive or negative? The x squared term, is it
Negative.
positive or negative?
It's negative.
Wait, is it negative?
Maybe.
Derek says positive.
Okay, maybe it is positive.
So that means it opens. Has to open up.
Yep.
Yeah.
So here's my picture. Here's my parabola. It's going to go up like this. Okay? I got a little chat from Derek. I don't know if you saw that or not, but he chatted and he said it opens up. He's right. So the axis of symmetry will be right here. That line is x equals negative 1.5. Okay, so that answers part B.
Right.
The axis of symmetry runs right through this, that negative 1.5, right? We already knew about that, didn't we? Okay, part D. Determine whether there is a maximum or minimum value of the function. Well, since it opens up, this right here is going to be a minimum, isn't it? Any parabola that opens up always has a minimum.
I think it's because of the negative sign.
There's no negative sign on the original parabola. It's
Oh.
2x squared plus 6x plus 8.
Hmm.
The minus 1.5 is just going to the left. That is a minus. So I agree with you about that part, but that does not determine up or down.
Hmm.
The 2x squared up at the top of the screen, that determines that it opens up. Then it says graph the function. Well, we did it already.
Mhm.
Can you find me the y-intercept?
Y.
Yeah, how would you find y-intercepts?
Y-intercept is 3.0.
Set.
Make the x 0.
Yes, thank you. That's exactly correct.
I was looking at that and I'm like thinking something else.
So g of 0 is 2 times 0 squared plus 6 times 0 plus 8. I think we're just left with 8, aren't we?
Yeah.
So 0, 8 is the y-intercept. My graph wasn't very good. It kind of goes up like this. It's more steeper than I thought. And it's crossing right up here about 8. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, let's move on to the next topic. You guys doing okay?
I think so.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do number 17 on page 204. Well, Ryan, if you're having trouble writing the problems down, maybe you should just watch and listen.
Right.
Seems I got the recording for you.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because if you're a step behind, then I'm worried that you won't pay attention to what I'm talking about.
Right.
Just an idea. I'm not saying you have to. It's just
No,
a
I
suggestion.
think it's a good idea. Yeah.
Were you able to work on some of them problems we talked about the other day?
Like which ones?
I don't know, whatever ones you chose to look at.
I watched a couple of lecture videos. I was just like lost on like some of the stuff.
Okay. It's all right.
But I'm gonna work with Sue later today when she has time.
Okay. Did you set that up for a Zoom meeting?
Not yet, but I'm gonna email her like after this.
Yeah, I do it pretty soon.
I'm just gonna wait until after we're done here.
Okay. All right. Okay, we have to solve. So the first thing I did is I factored. I factored any quadratics that I could, and there's one in there. How does that x squared minus 25 factor?
Oh, page 204, my bad.
I don't know. We're just gonna solve for that.
It's a difference of squares. Grant, do you remember how to factor a difference of squares?
X plus 5 times x minus 5.
Yes. Or it doesn't matter the order, plus, minus, whichever one you like. That's exactly right, buddy.
Yeah, I remember this. This is where you're gonna have some crossing out, I think, aren't we?
Yeah. Yes, it is.
We're going to multiply by the common denominator,
Mm-hmm.
which is
you'll add those two. So
Yes. We're going to multiply everybody by this. So it's going to get a little bit long and messy.
yeah.
So let's get ready for that. I'm going to change colors. Okay, so I'm going to multiply every term by that. So the first term is going to get x minus 5 times x plus 5. The middle term is going to be multiplied by x minus 5x plus 5. And the term over on the right is going to get multiplied by x minus 5x plus 5. So the first term, the second term, and the last term over here. Don't see what I did?
Yup. And you're gonna.
Now comes the fun part.
Yup.
Cancel. Cancel this stuff.
+5 on the first one.
Yep.
-5 on the second one. I don't know about the last one.
How about all of them on the last one?
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks
Okay,
like
sure.
all out there.
Okay, now let's write down what's left. Be careful. There's 2 times x minus 5. See it? That's
Mhm.
2x minus 10.
Yep. Looks good to me.
No, I just combine like terms.
And that'll be 3x.
-5 equals 16. Then we add 5 and divide by 3.
Add 5. Is that going to give you 21?
Yeah.
Right? 5 plus 16, 21. Then divide by 3, and I think I got 7. How's that look?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do. Let's do 51.
51.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So that was the fraction problem. These are the square root problems solving.
I think we just start with adding 4 to both sides. Two square root of 2 minus x equals 10. Now I think we square everything.
So Grant wants to square both sides. Does a square get rid of a square root?
Yeah.
It does. So square both sides. See that? Bam, bam.
Oh,
So that just knocks it out.
I didn't
10
see.
squared is 100.
I didn't see that before.
Yeah.
Now I subtract 2 on both
I
sides.
think we did this lesson right before break. Well, that was a long time ago.
Maybe so.
Even before that. So now you're going to subtract 2 and multiply by a negative. So be careful of the minus signs, okay?
Makes sense.
All right, so work on those problems. You got all the homework from when we did it, right?
I should more.
All right, let's do number 15 on the next set. I'm gonna do it right here, page 209, number 15.
Absolute value x plus 2 equals 6.
Yep.
And then you'll go -2, wouldn't you? Just to get,
Gotta do x plus 2 equals 6 and x plus 2 equals -6.
Oh, let me just remind you guys something about the absolute value problems. You
I don't-
have to have two case.
Mm,
Look carefully. See the -6 and the +6 case?
mhm.
Mhm.
Look carefully, okay? You have to have two. So in both cases, subtract 2. I got 4 and -8. What do you guys think?
Yep.
Brian, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm just trying to move my thing so I can see it.
Okay. Oh, you have something on the screen that's in the way of it?
Just us.
You can slide that around, those pictures. Put them up on top.
Yeah, I'm gonna. There we go. Yeah.
All right. Now let's do a less than case.
Mm.
Let's do number 51.
Same step, I think.
Right.
Remember how we did a less than case?
Yeah.
We trapped it between -9 and a +9. See how we did that?
Mhm.
Look carefully. See the left side, the -9 less than, and see how it's kind of like the 2x plus 3 is kind of between -9 and +9?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how you do the less than case. Over here on the right, let's do a greater than case. Let's do 48. I'm not done yet, but I just want to show you a parallel how this works, okay? So you can see them both at the same time. So the one on the left is a less than case. The one on the right is a greater than case.
Hmm.
So the one on the left, between -9 and 9. The one on the right, we have to break it into two pieces.
Uh,
We're going to go greater than 10, and x plus 6 less than -10. Or,
Hmm. Right.
okay? All good on that?
I think so. I will be later, like when I meet up with Sue.
Yep. Okay, so let's subtract 3. Get x by itself on the left. 9, 10, 11, -12, less than or equal to 2x, less than or equal to 6. I think we need to send Sue an email sooner rather than later. I'm gonna send her an email, tell her that you're gonna be contacting her, okay?
Yeah, I'm just gonna send her an email and see when she's ready, and because I got her info, like through the Brightspace.
Sure. Yeah, I sent an email out to you guys, I think, how to do that.
Yeah.
So this one here, subtract 6, right? Gives you 4. Subtract 6 here gives you -16, I think. So that's
yes.
the answer for a greater than. There's the answer for a less than case.
Yep.
That completes
Mhm.
chapter 3.
That's it.
That's chapter 3. Now we got to do chapter 4. All right, on page 230. You guys need a break?
No, I'm good.
Me too.
Oh, I got a text from Derek. He says I'm good. All right. Sweet. Okay. Page 230. Numbers 11 to 17. Okay, let's see if we can knock let's at least do a couple of these quickly. Number 11. What I'm going to do is I'm going to write down the leading term. You guys look at a number 11 in the book and look at what I wrote down. You agree that this is the biggest term?
It is.
Which one?
Number 11.
No, I know that. I'm just looking to see which one you're on. Like, is it you're on the 3?
Number 11.
Yeah.
So this is what you call the dominant term.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that determines the end behavior. So now we're at a territory where, if you watch the videos, I talked about this, but we didn't have class, so now we're on kind of doing this online thing here. I know it's harder than normal, but this determines the end behavior. So this is what I suggest. Plug 100 into there. Get your calculators out, plug in 100. So -3 times 100 to the third power, I got a -3 million.
What the hell? My calculator looks like it's dying. It's not turned on right, but
Well, you might need new batteries or charge it up.
yeah, I'll get some quick.
All right, so then just you can watch then, okay? So -3 million. This
Yep.
is a -3 million. Does it go down or does it go up?
Down.
Okay, so this is the answer. Goes down to the right.
Hmm.
So when I
That's it.
graph it, it's going to go down to the right. Okay, how about a -100? Let's plug it in. Guess what? It's going to be a +3 million. Does a +3 million go down or does it go up?
Up.
So -100 is on the left. So on the left side, it's going to go up. +100 is on the right. The right side is going to go down. So on the test, I'm going to ask you the end behavior. The end behavior. And I want these little arrows like this. Shooting off to the right, it's going down. Shooting up to the left, it's going up. That's what I want to see on the test.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
All right, let's try 12.
I'm gonna hang that up quick.
All right, buddy. Okay, so the leading term on number 12 is 1/4 x to the 4th. You agree with that?
Yeah.
Okay, let's check the left side. -100. So 1/4 -100 to the 4th.
It's 100 million times 1/4. 25 million.
Yeah. It's a +25 million, isn't it? So on the left side, it's going to go up on the left side
Yeah.
because it's a positive. What do you think it's going to do on the right side?
Go down.
Let's try 100. What's 1/4 times 100 to the 4th? It's not negative, is it?
No, it's positive.
Oh, so does it go up or down?
It goes up.
Yeah, not down. It goes up on both sides. Now look at number 11. Look at the screen. Look at my pen. Went down on the right. See that?
Yep.
Went up on the left, way over there on the left side of the screen. Number 12 went up on both sides.
Mhm.
So I like to do the 100 check and the negative 100 check. So you got to work on that on those problems. Okay, let's look at number 28.
This is when you had to do multiplicity.
So the directions are find the zeros. Okay, zeros. The zeros are looking at you. Ryan, can you tell me one of the zeros?
X plus 5.
So what makes x plus 5 0, Ryan? What number plus 5 gives you a 0?
Oh, I see what you mean. It'll be -5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Grant, give me the next one.
Okay. It's when you have a +4.
Okay. And Ryan, back to the last one.
-1.
Okay, those are the zeros. That was pretty easy, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now the -5 has multiplicity 3 because it's a cubic. What's the second one have? Multiplicity what?
1.
And the last one?
Multiplicity 2.
Right. That's it. That's all you got to do in that problem. Tell me what the zeros are and what their multiplicities are. Okay, I'm going to go to the next section.
All right.
Okay, I'm going to page 243. Let's do number 18. Let's do number, yeah, let's do 18. I may have done some of these before on the video, but so be it. Says, graph the polynomial function, follow the steps outlined in procedure 237. So there's the first thing I'm going to do is the end behavior. Okay, we just did that a minute ago, right? Look at the leading term. There's the leading term. It's a cubic, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
The biggest term. So let's look at the left. -100. So what's a -100 cubed? It's a negative.
3 million
Negative.
or 1.
Is it a million?
Yes. -1,000,000.
So does it go down on the left or up on the left?
Down on the left.
Down on the left. Y'all with me?
Yep.
Mhm.
Now let's check the right side. I bet you can plug 100 in pretty quick without a calculator. 100 cubed.
1 million.
It's positive
Right.
1,000,000.
So does that go up or down on the right?
Up.
Okay. Down on the left, up on the right. Now let's find the zeros. The zeros are also called x-intercept. Anytime you set a function to 0, you're finding the y-intercepts. I'm sorry, you're finding the x-intercept. I wrote it down right, and I said it wrong. Okay, so set her to 0. Can I factor it?
You can try.
What can I take out?
Take out an x.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, can I factor x squared minus 1?
No. Yes.
Yeah. Yes, you can.
How?
2 x's like, yep. And then plus and minus 1.
Yeah.
Okay, what are the zeros?
1 and negative 1.
And
And x.
what does x produce?
X is 1. Or
0, negative 1, 1.
oh yeah. Mhm.
Yep.
Okay, so now look what I got. I got the end behavior. I got where it crosses the x-axis. Let's see if we can graph it. So I'm going to plot these 3 points. Everyone agree with that?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now look at the end behavior. On the left side, it goes down, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
On the right side, it goes up. That's what you guys told me, right, about the end behavior?
Yes.
But then this is where it crosses, right? And it's got to cross this one as well, doesn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So it should look like that.
Yep.
So when I ask you to graph one of these, I'm not looking for a real detailed graph. I just want to make sure you got the zeros in the end behavior, and then you can connect the dots. Is that all right?
Yep.
Yes.
So practice those. Okay?
Yep.
I'm moving along because there's a lot of stuff. Okay, page 250.
250.
Okay, I'm not going to do everything on this section because there's a lot. We'll just have to kind of pick and choose a few things.
You're good.
Let's try 15. Plus, it's already 11 o'clock, so we're starting to lose time here.
Yeah. Holy shoot, it is.
All right, what's the directions say? Use synthetic division to find the quotient and the remainder. So the quotient is a fancy way of saying when you divide these terms, it's the answer.
Yep.
The quotient
Yes.
is an answer from a division problem. The quotient of 5 divided by, the quotient of 10 divided by 2, the quotient is 5. It's pretty simple, really. It's a fancy word for a simple idea. So we want to know using division. Now, synthetic division is really slick. You take the 0. What's the 0 of x plus 1?
Negative 1.
You take that 0, and we're going to run it through synthetic. Drop the 3 down to here.
Right.
Now multiply. Negative 1 times 3. Multiply these two numbers. What's negative 1 times 3?
Negative 3.
Put it right below the minus 1. And then add those two numbers.
It's -4.
Right? Okay, now multiply the -4 and the -1. Multiply them.
It's 4.
Now add
8.
8.
8.
Now multiply 8 times -1.
-8.
Now add.
-8.
-18.
Okay, do you see myself repeating myself?
Yes.
Multiply, add, multiply, add, multiply, add. Okay, now here's the answer. What's the quotient? The answer is the first 3 terms.
Yep.
Whoa, what happened here? My computer went ghostly on me.
Mm.
So the answer is 3x squared minus 4x plus 8. It's 1 less degree than we started with. We started with a cubic, now we got a quadratic. The remainder is -18. So this is the quotient, and that's the remainder. Okay? All right, there's more stuff you have to work on it, but that's the highlights right there.
Yep.
Let's try number 22. Page 261, number 22. Got the test ready to roll, by the way. You guys want to see where it's at? Can I show you?
I think it's under
Take
like
a little
an
break
exam.
from here. Let's just kind of take a little break, rest our brains a little bit, and let me just show you a couple things here, all right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So let's see, where do I got the test? Okay, can you guys see that?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you go to content, I'm going to type in content. You guys been here before, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
Here it comes. Here's the content page. Look down on the left. You see where it says exam 3 way over there on the left?
There's a 1.
Yeah.
You see it says exam 3? You click
Mhm.
on that, and then see exam 3 right in the middle of the page.
Yep.
You see the dates on there?
Yes.
It starts at, it's over in the middle, it says starts at 10 a.m. and it ends April 8th, which is Wednesday at 8 p.m.
Mhm.
So listen carefully. You start the test when you want. Tonight, tomorrow, Wednesday morning, Wednesday afternoon, but you got to be done by 8 p.m.
Right.
Okay? Now, when you hit start,
That
when I
time.
click on this, when I click on the test, yours is going to come up differently. I should go back. Yours is going to be different. It's going to say start somewhere on there. Okay? Just follow the directions on there. And when you hit start, it's timed. The normal test is 2 hours. I know some people have accommodations, so they have time and a half, whatever that is. You'll have that much time. So write all your problems out on your own note paper.
Mhm.
Make sure it's dark, nice and neat and dark in order, one problem after the other. Then I want you to take a photograph of it just like you did on the quiz. Remember doing the photograph quiz?
Mhm.
Yeah.
You're going to take maybe more than one photograph because the test is longer, right?
Mhm.
So you have to take all those photographs and then email them to me. And then make sure you hit submit on the test when your time is up so I know you did it in the right time. And then email me the photos right away within a half an hour of after submitting the test.
Mhm.
So when you hit submit, there's nothing to submit. You're just going to send me an email with the photos of the test.
Okay.
Got that?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. The test, I think, has about 14 questions total.
14.
Yeah. You saw all the sections, right?
Yeah.
1 or 2 problems on every section. I think the absolute value, I think I did 3 of them. The absolute value equals, the absolute value less than, and an absolute value greater than. Remember, we just went over those, right? Give me
Mhm.
one of each there. You know, every section has one or two problems, you know, just kind of depends. All right, so you've seen where that's at, right? Okay. Go back to our screen share. Okay, can you see the problem page back again now?
Mhm.
All right. Okay, let's read the directions. It says, suppose that a polynomial function of degree 4, so we want a degree 4 polynomial. These are the zeros. These are the given zeros. We've been talking about zeros, haven't we?
Mhm.
Haven't we?
Yes, we have.
But over here, if x plus 3 is a factor, what's a zero of that?
-3.
Okay. Now I'm reversing it. I'm giving you the zeros. You give me the factors. So if they want a polynomial, you have to know what are the factors. So if 3 is a 0, what's a factor? X what?
X minus 3.
Oh.
See how I reversed it?
Yeah.
Yep.
If 0 is a 0, what's a factor?
X plus or minus 0, whatever.
Just x. You can write down x minus 0 if you want to, but it's just x.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. If negative 2i is a 0, what's a 0?
X plus 2y.
Yes.
Hmm.
So far, so good?
Yeah.
Okay. But we want a degree 4. If I FOIL this out, it's only going to be a degree 3. If I
Mhm.
need to add 1 in,
1.
you could. However,
Mm.
this guy has a buddy all the time.
Oh, I see.
Oh, my.
If
Okay.
negative 2i is a 0, what's the other 0 that has to come with them?
Positive 2y.
Positive 2i. They always come in pairs.
Okay.
So that's the trick on this problem. If negative 2i is a 0, you have to add in a positive 2i. So what's the factor going to be? X what?
Minus.
X minus 2y.
X minus 2i. Now we have a fourth degree polynomial that has integer coefficients because these complex numbers always come in pairs. So you have to know to add it in. Okay?
Mhm.
Mhm.
Now let's FOIL out the complex part. We did that earlier today, didn't we?
Yeah.
Did we do FOIL with complex numbers? Is complex, see how it's plus and minus on them complex numbers? Does that
Yes.
make it easier?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just x squared minus 4i squared, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And what's
Yes.
I squared?
-1.
So this is x squared plus 4 because the double negative is going to cancel the negative 1 and the negative 4.
Oh, yep.
Okay? So times x minus 3.
Hmm.
Now I want you to FOIL out this part. Let's do the x later, okay?
Okay.
Let's FOIL out these two terms and we'll do the x later. So here's x cubed. Here's minus 3x squared. Here's 4x minus 12. And then we'll multiply that by x. So here's our fourth degree polynomial. X to the fourth minus 3x cubed plus 4x squared minus 12. There's the fourth degree polynomial that the directions wants. It says, give me a fourth degree polynomial that has the following zeros. And you saw the original 4 zeros and how to make factors. It's a lot of stuff, isn't it?
Mhm. It is.
It'll be good, I think.
Okay, so we skipped 4.5. There's more there. You have to look at it. I can't do everything.
Oh, you're good.
We're skipping 4, 5. I'll tell you what, 4-5 is the hardest section. We're skipping it. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Doffing. You're such a nice guy. Oh, yeah. All right. So let's go to 4-6, which was what? Solving inequalities. A little bit of work there, too. Let's do number 40.
Page 289.
Yep. Page 289. Yep, that's right.
You subtract 5x first.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Is less than 0.
Set her to 0. I like it. Remember, 0 is a big thing in this chapter, isn't it? Put 0 on one side. Can I factor that at all? Take out
I
a...
think so. Take out an x.
Yep, that's right.
Okay. See, we're still factoring, aren't we? We're finding zeros. That's the theme of both chapters, finding zeros, right? Factor it so you can find the zeros. That's a really big thing here.
It's supposed to be 2x squared. Yeah.
Well, let's try now. Let's see how good we are with our factoring skills. Let's take a guess, okay? You guys ready to take a guess with me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got -5. That's not too tough, is it? 1 and 5.
Yep.
Let's try 1 and 5 like that. Do you think that'll work?
Yep.
Mhm.
Well, this is going to give me 10, and that's going to give me a 1. Do you think that's going to give you a -1 for the middle term?
No.
No, I don't think that's going to work. Let's switch them.
I would say it's gonna be different signs either way.
Let's try 5
Yes.
and 1 here. So outside's 2x, inside's 5x. There's no way you're going to get a -1, is it?
No.
Okay, I'm not going to give you one this hard.
Mhm.
Let's
But-
skip it.
No, or not.
Fair enough? I'll give you
Yeah.
one that factors easier than that. So let's find one that's a little easier. Let's try 41. Or let's even try, my bad, let's try 29.
Hmm.
So what do I always do first with these problems? Get
Get x by itself. Or no, get it to 0.
it to
Yes.
0.
0, right?
So subtract x, add 2. I think I did it right. Does it look right?
I think so.
Um,
Add 2 and subtract x.
I'm pretty sure.
Here we go. Let's find the zeros, okay? Let's find the zeros.
Yep.
I think -3 and +1. What do you think? Does that look like about right?
I think so.
Yeah, I think.
Okay, what are the zeros? What are the zeros?
+3 and -1.
You agree
And
with that?
x.
You agree with that,
And z-
Ryan?
Bingo.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're gonna make a plus-minus chart. And I got some videos on this, so you can look at them, okay?
Yep.
Make sure you look at the videos on these sections.
Right.
They all require a plus-minus chart.
Wait, where? Where's the plus minus?
So we're going to check points. Let's check -2, let's check 0, and let's check 4. If you haven't watched the videos, then you probably won't know what I'm talking about.
Mhm.
So let's take -2 and plug it into both these sections here. Tell me what you get. So I got -2 minus 3 and -2 plus 1. See how I did that? Plugged it in.
Mhm.
That's -5 times -1. It's a positive 5, isn't it?
Yep.
So it's positive right here.
Mhm.
Let's plug in 0. 0 minus 3, 0 plus 1. That's a -3 times 1, which is a -3. So it's negative here. Plug in 4. 4 minus 3, 4 plus 1. I'm getting a positive. It'll work, isn't it?
1 and 5.
It's not hard to plug numbers into there, is it?
No.
Mm-mm.
Okay, now look right here. I'm circling it. I want the greater than 0 part. You think I want the negatives or the positives? I want
the
the positives.
This.
So I want x is less than or equal to -1 or x is greater than or equal to 3. Okay?
Mhm.
You can watch the videos for the rest of them. So we're about out of time here. It's a lot to do in an hour and a half.
So take a photo like when you're done with answering the questions, like take a photo like how many you got out of 100.
Just take a photograph of all your work.
All right.
So if you have 3 pages of notes, take a picture, maybe 1 or 2 pictures per page. And email me
like-
all those photos.
Okay, like for the quiz or for today's